ladies and gents, this is Linda, Chic 777, and today I'm coming out with just a couple of things for the entry, my entry for hopefully getting a spot on the design team for the piece by piece. So I'm going to get my sign out of the way so we can get started. I made these two projects for a friend, so I just kind of wanted to show them to you. What I'll start out with is the card I made. This is the card. Okay, I bound it with some sheer ribbon. Now the card base I used was this really thin canvas. You can see it, too thin canvas, and I made it kind of like a book. And I did a lot of layering and texturing as I normally do. I distressed all the edges, I sewed all the edges. I've got Prima romance novel paper, I think for the whole thing, pretty much all the way through it. So, and then I added texture paste on it, as you can see. I gessoed it. I've got a couple of laces in through here. On this left side, I've got some crocheted lace. Actually, this is from a doily, or maybe it was a place. Nope, a doily. And then this is some other little lace, vintage lace here. Looks vintagey anyway. On this left edge, we're going to start at the top. I've got, and all my flowers are Wild Orchid Crafts or I Am Roses or Saw Crafters. I got 3 little rosebuds with a little sheer bow, and I've layered in a little angel and a couple of flowers coming down the line. At the top of this, on this right hand side, I've got a little Wild Orchid Crafts push pin and a little pink bead. And at the bottom of this ensemble, let me move this out of the way because that hangs. This is a little clay mold I made of a cameo pin I had. And underneath that hanging is a little charm with a bow and like a pink little clear charm. So I love how that hangs like that. And in the front of this says thoughts. Just going to leave that blank because this is my thoughts. Okay, and then over on the left side as I open it up, okay, I've got a bunch of layering going on again. I've got vintage lace peeking out through here. I've bunched up all down the side. I've got a part of a doily coming off over here, crocheted doily. Kind of give you a peek at that. What I did is from the paper line, this actually, I take that back, it's not all from the romance novel. This is from Melissa Francis, some of it. This is a piece from the Melissa Francis line, the attic one. So anyway, I cut it up and I bunched it up, as you can see. And then over the top, this is Priority. I cut this out from the romance novel and bunched that all up. And then on the outside of that, these are clay wings from Prima. They're new. This is the mold. I made a mold, and these are my copies. I like to do copies of them, so I have my originals intact in case, you know, I ever need to make more. I can use them over and over again, basically. And then underneath that, this is a metal key from that Momenta line from Michaels, and I've just put gesso over it and added a little texture coming off there. And then onto this page, I'll give you a kind of a quick peek at it. This is a metal corner from Wild Orchid Crafts. I've put texture paste over it, distressed all the edges. This is from Canvas Core paper. It's a piece of love paper, and I just cut this out. It says love language, and it's covered up and you can't see it, but underneath it is all the different languages of the word love, so that's really cool. And then I bunched up some crochet lace down this left edge. Over that, there's this piece of paper, as you can see. This is where I'm going to write my note. Over that, I kind of wound that piece of paper around this metal rod from Momenta because it reminded me of like when you hang like a curtain. I just thought it was so cute. So I wound it around that, added some flowers, texture paste all over it. And then on the back, did a little bit more layering and texturing of papers. I added a big wide lace here, vintage lace. I just love that lace. I added some pieces. This is 3 separate little pieces here of doily. I just cut them out there. And then I added some more lace over the layers of my paper here. I love this cream colored lace. And I added some music, you know, paper here. This is again from Melissa Francis line. And I love this guy on his bike because it looks like, and I put a little fussy cut out, a little, not really fussy cut, but out this little stamp here because it looked like this guy is riding his bike to take the message to whoever this card is intended for. And he's got a little stamp on it because, you know, it's got to fly through the mail, but not really because he's on his bike. Anyway, so there's my little card I made. I love this card and love that you can see the canvas. And what I did too is I painted it all and then textured the whole outer edges of the canvas, and then on the inside it's all textured around the edges. Okay. And then this other thing I want to show you that I made, all I did was decorate up a bird cage. So I'm going to bring it in. It's pretty big. You can kind of see it. Let me see if I can get my camera up a little taller and put it back into the right position. So this is a bird cage I decorated up. We'll start at the top. What I did was took some of that wide ribbon like you saw on the edge of my card, and I sewed both sides of it, and then I pulled on the little threads. I've shown you the guys this before, so it would crinkle up. So you can see it here, how it crinkled up from sewing it and then pulling on the edges of the thread. And I just wound it on the top of the bird cage, and then I made 2 bows out of it. And then through that, I just tied some of this real pretty, I love this trim. Just kind of through it so it would just kind of dangle. And then on the top of that, I've got 3 little flowers here and then a little heart love charm. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this sideways. What I did is I handmade this big piece of wood. It was plain, and I got it at Michael's, a package of wood. And I had some of this curly wire, so I drilled holes in the wood, and I kind of curled the wire through it. You can kind of see it there, and I curled it up and then through the wood and then wound it through the cage so it would hang like a sign. And then this is London Market pink paisley paper. Love this paper. I sewed and distressed all the edges, added my texture paint. And this says La Boutique des Fleurs. What I did was went online because I wanted this bird cage to be called the Flower Shop. So I went online to a translator, put the Flower Shop in English, of course, and then this is what came out in French. And I copy and paste that into my program and picked up a better font for it. And then down the left edge of the bird cage, I've just got a bunch of different things here, like a sprays I picked up. These are some flowers from my cousin's Etsy shop. Love these. Coming down inside the middle of it, I've got some sprays. I've got some pearl trims hanging out through it. I've got some Sawcrafters flowers in here from her exhibit shop. Some wild, this is from her as well. I was about ready to say Wild Orchid Crafts, but it's not. This is a handmade lace flower that I've made. Sticking out of that is a Wild Orchid Crafts stick pin, and then I just hung a key from it that I put a little texture on. This is a big butterfly. Put in some fabric little ribbon flowers. Over here's a couple more little flowers here, little ones. And then this is just a little plastic bottle I had. Really tiny, and what I did is I wanted it to stick out at the bottom, and I put pastel beads in it, and I stuck a straight pin, a stick pin, a corsage pin, all the way through that bottle, and then stuck it into the edge of the flower so it would stay stiff and it wouldn't move. I know, right? It's kind of fun. So we'll get you a good look at that kind of corner piece again. And then you would be so proud of me, you guys, because this is all finished off. On the inside, I have used white floral tape, and I wrapped it all the way around the bird cage and everything through the wires so that it would be finished. You can, there, look, you can get a look right there. It would have a nice finished edge all the way around it, so on the inside, nothing's poking out and looking raw and ugly. And then inside, I have made for this person, I believe it's either 42 or 44 lacy flowers. They're all handmade, all hand sewn. So I'll just pop a few of them out to show you. Because it's the flower shop, right? La Boutique des Fleurs. I'm probably being really horrible at the French language. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you some of the lacy flowers that I made. And I did try to do everything in kind of pinks and whites and creams. I threw a little bit of blues in there, but you know, because this person likes those colors, you know, real vintage. This is one of my favorite ones. I took some satin fabric. Everything's all finished off, as you can see. Satin fabric, and then this is some vintage fabric through here, real pretty floral pattern, and then some eyelet lace because this person loves eyelets, and then an embroidery fabric that I twisted and rolled into a flower center. So there, I'm just trying to give you some ideas here. Eyelet lace. This is some of that, now I can't think of the name of it, you guys. Well, you know what it is. I bought a yard of it at Walmart, and then I cut it into a circle to add some texture to it, and then use some fabric again to twist into a center. And then this is some sheer pink fabric in there. Here's some of the blues I was talking about. Again, some eyelet lace. Let's see. I'll just kind of show you a few more of the flowers. All this with beautiful, yummy, different laces. And what I did is I made 2 of each flower. So this is one of my favorites. It's kind of a peachy pink cream. You can see the little rosebuds here. And what I did is, you know, pulled out threads to give it kind of a distressed frayed edge. Some crocheted lace running through there, and then some sheer. I love to use sheer for the center, sheer laces or embroidered laces. Again, some more. This is another. This is actually a pillowcase I cut up. It's got little pink roses on it. Used it for part of the flower. This is some crocheted ribbon, and this is a little pink and white mixed. This is tatting that I had my friend do for me. It's a tatted doily and a little flower center. Here's some more. These are just all beautiful. Like I said, they're all different. Tried to do the pinks, a little bit of aquas because this person loves aquas. So yeah, 42 or 44 flowers. I can't remember which. It took me a while, but I had fun doing it. I was trying to find some different ones. But anyway, you get the gist. So yeah, she's going to have a lot of flowers to use. A lot of flowers. Ooh, I got to show you one down here. I have to show you this last one. I love it. Look at that. I just love the color tone of it. Used eyelet lace all in creams. Then I used a crochet lace. And then this is an embroidered, it's a curtain I found at a garage sale and cut it up. Embroidered curtain, and I twisted and rolled it into a center. I just love that. That's one of my favorites. So there it is, a bunch of handmade flowers in a decorated bird cage. She's going to have tons of flowers to use on all her projects coming up. I really hope she likes it. La Boutique des Fleurs. Had fun with it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for checking out this video for my entry into the design team, the piece by piece. I will put that link down below so you can go check out the shop. If you haven't been there, I'm sure everybody has heard about it. It's very popular. Beautiful items in her shop, laces and such in there. So thanks for taking a look at this. Thanks for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.